There's plenty of low-life people out there you can find that give you sex for money. I'm not that kind of person.
What?
There's plenty of low-life people out there you can find to give you sex for money, but I'm just not that kind of person.
It wasn't about sex.
That's what these things all today have been about, sex.
It was
You wanting it.
being appreciated.
That's not appreciated. Appreciated is walking, doing a lot of things, hugging, writing poems, talking, understanding. So just go.
You know, like even just a kiss I had to beg you for.
No, you didn't.
Just give me a kiss when you come home. So I had to beg you for. And you made it very plain all day today that I was not good enough for you in one way or another. So
No, I just explained to you why we're having problems. Why a person wouldn't trust kissing a woman like you. Here's your dog bag. Well, that's it. Sent her away. She wanted to go away. It was a problem. Find out she had mental issues. She was codependent, a sex addict, I think. I don't know. Very confused in thinking. There's no way a woman like her should be, living under, a what do you call it? A shelter. But I see why. She's got problems, seriously problems, I've dealt with this chick for, 2 years, 9 months with her. And she doesn't seem to understand. She's lied on Facebook, lied to me. One issue the other day was about, hey, she keeps wanting to force me to eat her food. Like, it's hard for me to eat her food. I don't know her or trust her. She doesn't eat the food that she tries to cook for me most of the time. So, and I don't trust her, And secondly, she has been not honest. She had some guy called in the house, or calling me on my cell phone, that on a number I don't give anybody, and then putting him on my Facebook, having my friends add him, all kinds of things. So this woman's not right. And it turns out she said it was her brother, and then she said he's lying, it's her son. She's been just a liar, a chronic liar. And I read some things, and I went to therapy last week, and the counselor, he's in it for the money, so he's trying to keep stringing it along and milk it as long as he can. But with all reality, he knows that what's the problem. She's not honest, and I tried to go back to set up counseling with us to see if we can get over these trust issues and her not being honest. And those are things that make me angry. And so then she realized she's getting caught in lies left and right. So with that being said, we're supposed to go to counselor this week too. And I also went ahead and set up one with group counseling with couples. She doesn't seem to know what a man and woman's responsibilities are to each other, or how to relate. She's been on the internet, got 7,000 people on her page that she doesn't even know. So it's odd, and I can't trust her. I don't know why she's here. I don't know who she is. Her stories never jive. She's been in this area for, 9 years and doesn't know anybody. So either she's married or something with somebody or something, and she runs out every 2 weeks, causes a big scene, and runs back and goes away, And this morning we were in the house for breakfast and stuff, and I says, well, I'm off of work today. She's off. And she turns the heat up really high and burns up an energy bill. And then so I says, warm, we can get warm in the bed and just kind of sit around. We don't have to do anything. We can read or whatever. And so we're looking up things on Craigslist. We're looking for furniture. And she got mad and puffy, because I won't let her on my Facebook after she's intimidated, threatened, made herself look silly as far as that. And thinking every girl on Facebook I'm banging. So I blocked her off Facebook, and she's been mad about that. I did it before. I had to do it. And then I let her back on. She starts doing the same shit, and gets mad because I won't let her on Facebook. And tonight I got up to go outside, just get a breath of fresh air for a minute. And she said, where are you going? I'm going with you in that car. She thinks I'm going to go to the bar or pick up a redhead bartender at a bar down the street. Not true, And she's saying that I was insecure about the relationship, but she was the one insecure. She said her ex was, micromanaging her, but I find her trying to micromanage me. She wants me to call her when I get to work, call her when I get to the location, call her when I'm on my lunch break, call her before I leave work to come home. It's like she wants to trace me. That's micromanagement there. And then, I tell her I get off at 7 o'clock. I'll be home at 8. It takes me an hour to drive. I don't have to tell you exactly what time to call you and check in when I'm leaving from work or when I arrive. It's like somebody, there's a lot of cheating spouses out there that will call, just ask their mate where you are because they don't want to be seen, if you're a person, and if that person can drive around at work or whatever, So it's been gotten ridiculous. And then when I read things psychologically that fit her perfectly, like the codependency, which is also that comes into sex addictions and stuff, she wasn't used to like intimacy. For the whole time, if we jump into bed, it's like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Then she wants to get out and take a walk with a dog or something. She wasn't used to just laying there and cuddling and talking, or watching a movie, or reading a magazine and commenting and conversing like that. And she's done this several times, and this is the things that whores do. They have a lack of intimacy, and they run and chase it away because they're afraid. I found out she's been raped by some motorcycle gang. She's had raped by a college professor, tied up and raped, gangbanged in Japan and stuff by military men and stuff. And it's like, I know people do things, women have had threesomes and things like that. But it's a behavior, a pattern in her that's definitely wrong, strange, and she, as old as she is, to be confused. At first I thought, well, maybe it's the diabetes that makes her confused. And diabetics do get kind of confused and their sugar's weird. She didn't bring, it had one bottle of insulin in there, and she broke the bottle of insulin. An accident. I kept telling her, put that bottle of insulin securely, not put them where you put the eggs or the butters. You should put that, somewhere else, because every time you open the door, it wants to roll out. So it fell on the floor today when she opened it, and then she did it on purpose, because she had a picture of her supposedly boyfriend, or not boyfriend. She says it was her brother, but then she admits this is her son. Show a big box with a picture of him with his family with a big box of insulin, like they're holding that against her. They're not going to pay for her insulin or help her or something. I don't know. But she came back after being gone for a while with no insulin. So she's been here about a week and a half or whatever, and had very little insulin. She's an insulin dependent diabetic, but she doesn't seem to. Somebody's holding some over, so we don't know who these people are. But we felt, I had sent a guy Hunter out to check it out. And he hasn't gotten back, so I guess he's digging. She's used different names, said the church told her to change her name, and all this stuff, it's just ridiculous, and I just couldn't bear it anymore. And then the whole fact that, if like we wake up in the morning, I got to go to sleep at night and be up early, she wants to fuck around, have sex. Okay, I can understand a person wants to have sex, but if a person has to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, you come in there at 8 and 9, I go to sleep at 7 or 8, and you want to come in there at 9 or 10 and start banging it, that's not right, in a sense, because you're trying to tamper with me going to work. And the whole thing I'm figuring out with her, she tried to create problems to lose apartments, cars, jobs, and stuff, and it's just not happening. I'm not falling for that trick. She says, "Oh, I'll take you to work if you don't have to buy a car. I'll take you to work every day and pick you up." Well, she ran off a week after that and went to somewhere, San Francisco or whatever, her brother's, whatever people's house, whoever it is, I don't know, might be a crack house, and makes all this stuff, try to make it difficult. And I've been making it, going to work, doing my thing, paying my bills, paying my share of the bills of the house. She's paid them too, but she, uses money, thinks that you can just buy people for, and they can't realize you're just fucking them, When somebody doesn't want to, cuddle with you and stuff afterwards, or things, or just sit still for a while and read a book or whatever, and they don't love you. They're just there to fuck. And I wasn't paid enough to sit there and just fuck, I'm just not going to be used that way by white chicks again. I've had a lot of girlfriends of all different colors, and I've had whorish women too, and none of them have acted like her, as worse as her. At least with the whorish women, they tell you straight out, well, I'm kind of a whore, so I can't just sit around, I got to go walk the streets, When this girl Angel couldn't keep her feet off the streets. She was beating her feet on the streets all the time. Dog parks and stuff like that, always come back, oh, my dog got a new friend. But yet still she doesn't have a friend. It's just, I'm tired of it. This was the closing saga on it, of her. And I did not let her back on anything, and I'm not going to let her back. And I cursed her, called so many bad names that I don't want her to come back. At this point, wake up at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning and start this drama, She had to go to work this morning too, so I didn't tamper with her. It was called consideration I had. which she doesn't have any kind of consideration. She's not used to dealing with human beings. Because a lot of people on the internet aren't sane. They don't know how to deal with human beings in the real world, and so they're used to just sending text messages or emails or Facebook or Twitter, and when it comes down to sitting down and engaging in conversation with real people and stuff, they don't know, because they've been in a prison, in a cyber world in a sense. And this is common with a lot of people. They just sit there in front of that, like people sit in front of the TV 24 hours a day or whatever. There's people that sit on the computer all day. And, she used to send me text messages and have a conversation with text messages. Just call me, talk. So these people some of these people on the internet are sick. This is the sickest one I've ever met. And this is what I call a catfish type of thing, because I had to start noticing all the lies, the perceptions, making up people, saying that this is your brother, and having him vouch for that's her brother, and that she lives at a shelter, all this shit, when he's lying about his own self, saying and trying to it's his son, her son. So, this is catfish type material here. And I think a lot of it should be stopped. I think Facebook, if you don't know somebody personally, and if you can't prove it or match a friend or something like that, maybe you want to watch who you let on your Facebook. Yeah, people have interests and things. I think, the internet, you can meet decent people. I've met a lot of people on the internet, but it is what it is, and it was what it was. So, and people have to be honest. If it's a booty call, get your booty call. If it's something romantic, get your romantic romance on, But don't lie to people and tell them you're this, that, you're doing that, and you don't even have a pot to piss in or, anything halfway decent, There's no truth in your story, in your history or anything. You can vouch. I can vouch for my friends that I know in the real world, and I can vouch for them because I've watched them grow up. I've been out with them. I know their spouses, their kids, grandkids in some cases, and where they went to school, service, other things about them. So I really genuinely know a lot of people, and those are my friends. These people you meet on Facebook and the internet are not your friends. They're just a scam artist usually. And yeah, some people like to get laid and they use it to do that, and that's okay, but you might get a sick psycho. And I had one in Europe, not Europe, but the United Kingdom in Worcester was a little bit psycho. And so, and I should have learned then. But, I had lots of white chicks, and none of them were, trying to, make me their nigger or their mandingo or their fuck object. This is what was getting annoying to me. I almost couldn't kiss her because I don't know what she's been, where she's been or anything in the end here. So she went on her merry way. I recorded it. And I think if anybody sees this who knows me, and if they see me or hear me back with her again, like I've been doing in the last couple months, back and forward, even though I know she's rotten or she's got some mental issues, just let me know. Remind me of this video if you see it, okay? Thank you.